Hey, what is up, my YouTube minions? This is TheKillerNacho again, bringing to you another Wi-Fi battle. This one against albert541923. I had to write down all those numbers, but he's a relatively new Wi-Fi battler, and he came on my stream wanting a match, and I decided to give him one. I'm not bringing a Super OU team because I know that he's not either, so it should be just a fun little match. So he leads with a Spirit Tome, which is a pretty cool Pokemon, as I lead with Landorus Therian, which I think is, like, maybe my only OU. It's a Pokemon I don't really use often. I just kind of wanted to use it. I know that it is very much overused. Mine, however, I believe is a Choice Scarf, or is it a Choice Band set? I don't remember which one I brought. I know I have both. Regardless, I just go for the U-turn and go into my Porygon-Z as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I kind of expected that, and that's why I decided to switch into my special attacker. Now, the team I brought, since I kind of threw it together on the spot, has one huge weakness that he's really going to be able to exploit a bit later. And that's the fact that Porygon-Z is my only special sweeper on this team. So he goes into his Barnacle, aka his Bastiodon, which it has just enormous defenses. But it also has that Steel Rock typing that gives it X4 weaknesses to fighting and ground, so I feel safe just going right back into my Landorus. He's probably just going to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks, which was expected, but like I said, it's not a whole lot for me to do with Porygon-Z since I am locked into Dark Pulse, so there's that. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake here. He could switch out and really screw me over, but I kind of think that he's going to try to stay in, and indeed correct, so pretty good play for me, and pretty poor prediction for him as he loses Bastiodon. Anyway, he goes out into King Cotton here, his Altaria, and looking at his team, this was one of a few Mega Evolutions he could have had, and most of the time, people don't bring Altaria unless it's Mega, so pretty sure this is the one. I go into Jirachi knowing that if it is Mega, I can go ahead and get off super effective Steel moves against it, Iron Head. And it Mega Evolves and uses Cotton Guard, and for some reason, I was totally not expecting Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard sets are actually pretty damn solid. Cotton Guard is a very good setup move for defenses, giving him 3 stages of defense, and now take a look at that Iron Head. Super effective Iron Head, not doing anything at all. I have to rely on my 60% Serene Grace flinching with Iron Head. I'm just kind of hoping that I can kill this thing, or eventually get a crit, because a crit would definitely kill, because that would ignore his defense boosts. But in the meantime, I am in serious trouble, and due to the fact I only have Porygon-Z as a special attacker, I definitely don't like my chances. I'm just going to keep going for the Iron Head, hoping that I can get it so he can't get off that second Cotton Guard. But then he did, so yeah, now he has maximum defense, and as you can see, Iron Heads really aren't doing anything at all right now, and yeah, I kind of know, though, that he's going to probably roost this turn, so I go into Porygon-Z. I do have the Ice Beam, although I maybe should have went for Try Attack Adaptability, not to mention a status proc chance, but I do go for the Ice Beam because it is super effective, and it does not quite kill, which makes me really sad as he now kills me with Return, so all I have left now is physical dudes. I do have Shuckle, which is not really an attacker one way or the other, but I don't have Toxic on that Shuckle because it's really just a setting up Shuckle. It has 2 entry hazard moves. But anyway, I know if I get the flinch this turn, I should be able to 2-hit KO this Altaria, but unfortunately for me, he gets the 40% roost. I did not get the flinch the turn I needed it to revenge kill this thing, and now I'm in trouble. So, yeah, I just kind of figure, okay, I have like 20 more PP and Iron Head. I'm just going to hope for the crit. Eventually I'll get it right if he doesn't kill me. I don't know what this thing is carrying. Some of them don't actually carry Earthquake, so if that's the case, I know that I can resist its return, and as well as any Dragon move it has. So I'm just kind of hoping at this point it doesn't have EQ, but he is going to try to set up with Dragon Dance, so come on, crit. I just need 1 crit. What are the odds of a single crit, Given enough Iron Heads, I have to crit eventually, right? I mean, it's just logic, it's just statistics. Eventually, I'm going to crit. At least I hope. But, yeah, unfortunately, yeah. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to get enough flinches in a row, obviously, to KO at this point. Being that all he has to do is 1 turn of Roost to pretty much negate, 5 of my attacks? Maybe even 6, I don't know. Either way, he does get that second Dragon Dance, which is really not good, but I still outspeed, thankfully. That's huge, because now I can still rely on those flinches. If he outsped there, that could have been a major issue for me. but I really can't let him get that third Dragon Dance, because then he will almost certainly outspeed. I am a Scarf Jirachi, obviously, but yeah, he just goes for a Roost again, getting back all that HP, and at this point I am running a bit low on Iron Heads. I just have to pray, and there you go! The crit. It's about freaking time. And I know some of you will say, oh, look how lucky you got, but you know what? The default crit rate in Pokemon is 1 out of 16 hits, and I definitely used 16 Iron Heads against that thing, so I was due for a crit. So don't say that was luck. You know, normally I don't like the idea of critical hits, and I feel bad when I get them, especially when they matter, but when you attack, you know, someone 16 times, you know, you're due for one, you know? That's what I figure. I don't really feel that lucky. But anyway, I do feel kind of lucky being able to kill that Gengar thanks to that, flinch against that, so that's pretty cool. As he goes into another Ghost. He actually has a team of 3 Ghost Pokemon. Very strange, but very cool. But yeah, he just goes for the Will-O-Wisp with the Trevenant. I go into Shuckle because I kind of predicted that Will-O-Wisp, and I know that Shuckle cares about the bird the least, being that it's not really an attacking Pokemon. I just set up the Stealth Rocks because they're good to set up, even late, you know. Better late than never. I guess I probably could have went Sticky Web, which might have been more useful, but whatever. So I'm going to switch out now because I think this thing carries Taunt, so I don't really want to get taunted because that would pretty much get rid of everything I have to do except for Infestation, which I carry to trap things in. But yeah, I end up going into my own Mega Altaria, predicting that taunt, and now I am going to Mega Evolve, and I have to hope that I can KO with a super effective return so that he doesn't get the bird off, and thankfully it does KO. Fairy type, of course, now super effects, Ghost Darks. Previously, Fairy Tome, you had no super effective moves, but now these fairy types, they will do it, my friend. Regardless, he goes back into Trevenant, and I'm just going, or Trevenant, I think someone said I was pronouncing this wrong in a previous video. I apologize if that is the case. Regardless, he just goes for the Will-O-Wisp again, and I switched out because I didn't know if I could 1-hit KO with Return. And I'm just going to Death Fodder Shuckle to get a safe switch into my Luxray. It's actually a Choice Band Luxray. In fact, another problem with my team, I definitely carried, like, what, 4 Choice users? Which is not typically what you want to do in most teams, but it ends up working out because this is a Choice Band Luxray. I'm just hoping that I can kill with a Choice Banded Crunch, so I go for it. It doesn't quite kill, and he's going to be able to get the burn off on Luxray. But at this point, even with the burn, I know that I can finish it off with a Crunch, so I just stay in and do that, and after that, he's down to his last Pokemon, which I believe, what is it? It's the, we saw it earlier, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, no, it's Medicham. We didn't see that earlier. His last Pokemon is Medicham, and, yeah, I'm just going to stay in Death Fodder Luxray so I can get the safe switch into something else. At this point, I don't really need Luxray for anything. It is burned, so I'm just going to let him kill it. He's just going to go for the Bullet Punch, actually. I guess predicting my Altaria, so it's a very good thing that I didn't end up trying to switch. There's no point for me to try to misplay or over-predict here. I'm just going to let him kill Luxray if that's what he wants to do, so I can get a safe switch, outspeed, and kill this Medicham. They're not very bulky, but they can obviously do a lot of damage if they get a free hit off, so no risks. Just wanted to go with no risk. You know how it is. Anyway, so I just go into Landorus, which will outspeed, and I just go for the Earthquake, which will kill. So, good game, Albert541923. I had to write down those numbers to make sure I got them right. Definitely a fun match, and good first team you brought there. Definitely interesting with the 3 Ghost-type Pokemons. But today's question of the day needs to be this. What is your favorite choice item in Pokemon? Now, I think I brought pretty much every choice item on this team. I had the Choice Scarf, I think. I had the Choice Specs on Porygon-Z. I think it was a Choice Scarf on Landorus. And I also had a Choice Band on Luxray. And also I had a Choice Scarf on Jirachi. So definitely I brought a lot of choice items. Not a very balanced team on my part, especially since I only had 1 special attacker, which almost cost me. But yeah, I think that'll be a, a suiting question of the day. As for me, I kind of like Choice Scarf the best. You know what? That's probably not even true. Call me a lover of Choice Band now. I really do like the extra damage of Choice Band and Choice Specs. Probably Choice Band gets the edge. But yeah, leave a comment about that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you rate, comment, subscribe if you like this video. Nah, see you later next time.